Hi, Marie back with you again today. I was asked about my reading log and how I created it. And I shared it on the RachandBella Facebook group. So I thought today that because this is my reading log, I thought today I would make a separate one to go in my envelope journal, which you've all been having a little peek of. So that's what I thought I would do today. So I'm just going to move this one out of the way, choose my page. It may not be exactly the same as this one, but height-wise and things, it will be. And the shirt collar opening here will be what I want to do again. So one would go quite nice there. Let's just have it. Oh, one would go there or there. That would be quite nice. What's on the other side of this? Oh, yes. And to have a little bit of an edge, as long as my tie doesn't catch it, I think I will have it there as a little floating pocket. A floating pocket is when it's not attached to any page in the journal. You can kind of move it around and put it where you would like. So yeah, I'm going to go for that page there, I think. So let me put a little bit of scrap paper in there to remind me. And I'm just going to check. I'm going to use a piece of Rachel's Step into Spring background papers today. And I'm just going to check that it's not going to, yep, perfect. So it's not going to be too tall for the page. Right, so it's going to go in there. Let me move my journal out of the way and let's get going. So, lucky you, you've had 2 videos from me this week. Well, lucky or unlucky, depends on how you look at it, doesn't it? So my paper, I didn't print borderless, so I've trimmed all the borders off, and the paper is just over 11 inches, as you might be able to see just down here. So it's the trifold pocket. So a trifold is 3-way folding, but I do have a fold over on the back here to hold this little tag, so it makes like a tuck spot here. So I'm going to do that fold first. Now, because it's just over 11, if I try and divide 11 by 3, it's not going to work well unless I do my fold over at 3.5. 3.5 is 7, another 3.5 is 10.5. So if I do my fold just slightly over half an inch, we should be okay. Now, the fold needs to be on the left hand side. I'll tell you why in a minute. Well, I'll show you why in a minute. So let's just get our fold going. About just over half. So about there. I'm just going to, nice nails, but not very practical. Right, let's just start this fold. I'm not going to get my big bone scoreboard out with the bone folder. I'll just use my long ruler. Mirror? Why would I say mirror? I have no idea. Brain fog is a real thing, people. If you're a woman of a certain age, you will know exactly what I mean. So now, yes, it's 10.5. Goody goody. So I can now fold my paper to make a trifold. So it's going to be 3.5. So 3.5 is there. And then 3.5 and 3.5 is 7. So whatever paper size you've got, you kind of have to divide it by 3, but you will need that little extra bit for folding your pocket. Now, I've already done something wrong. I've actually folded it in the wrong place. What I wanted to do was make my fold into the middle. If I use the folds now, it's going to fold over like that. I don't want it like that. I wanted it to be in the middle. So I'm going to have to fiddle now with my paper to try and get it into the middle. What would it be like if we did it there and then there? We'd have quite a big pocket, wouldn't we? So let's do it a bit more. Let's do it about there. So now my measurements have completely gone out the window, haven't they? Because I wanted it to be in the middle. Okay, I'm just going to make it there. We'll just have it slightly different. Okay, so really you just need this little extra folded back on itself so that it will make some sort of tuck spot. Okay, and now this one will go in there, but actually it won't have, you won't be able to see very much of it. So I'm going to do this again. Bear with. So I need to think about this. You're probably shouting at the screen, fold it this way, Marie, fold it this way. So I want it to meet in the middle, sort of. So I want enough room on this side to be able to see. Do I need to cut it a bit? Is that what I need to do? I'm going to trim some off. No, it is okay. So it is about, the original one is about 4 inches. So I need my centerpiece to be, right, with the fold it's 10.5. So that means the center is going to be just over 5. So I want that bit folded about there. Let's try, if I go to 6 and then, yep, okay. So let's fold that there. I'll tell you the fold measurements in a moment. That's going to be mega big. It needs to be folded in a little bit more so that I come this way. I'll make a mess of mine so that yours will be absolutely accurate. And then I think I need to come all the way in. Almost. Okay, almost. Let's see what we're like there. I'm just going to say that's all right. It's not in the center completely, but actually I'm going to cut mine off, have a bigger tuck. Oh yeah, that might work. Let's have a bigger tuck. And I could even cut that extra bit off. Yeah, so my original tuck spot was here. So I've got a fold line there. I'm actually just going to fold it, cut it off, I think. That needs to be straight. That is not straight. Let me fiddle. Okay, I think that is as straight as I'm going to get it. There. And there. Oop. Okay. There we go. I'm going to leave it at that. So now this little extra bit here, let me just get my guillotine, trim that bit off, and then I'll be able to tell you the exact measurements that I've got now. Okay, I'm going to use the guillotines. If you don't like the noise, turn your volume down now. Okay, so that's done. Right, let me just double check, guys, before I give you the measurements. I'm going to have a little bit more of a fold there. Okay, what's that looking like? That's better. Right, bone folder. let's get this really folded. Okay, right, now I can tell you the measurements. So bone folder down here, bone folder down this side. Right, guys, the measurements. So you want your first fold to be 1, 2, 3, 3.5. Your end fold with the tuck over will be 1, 2, 2.5. Fold over a half. That should be about 2. Oh, it's just over 2. The actual, so folded is 3. Unfolded, sorry, is 3. Folded is 2.5. Just so that you get your tuck spot kind of in the middle. Right, Marie. Goodness, that took 10 minutes to faff around with that. Right, the next thing we need to think about is not spill all my pieces of ephemera over, is the shirt collar fold. Okay, and if I take my reading log out, you will see that the front shirt collar is slightly sort of a bigger shirt collar than the back. Okay, or the back is rather than the front. So for that, we need to be on the back, which we are, and I'm just going to fold my shirt collar down like this. Not right to the edge, I am going to leave a little bit there. I'm going to fold it towards me first. Okay. And now the inside one I can play around with to get that one right as well. So there. Okay. So if I put something in there to show you, there we go. So you've got your shirt collar. I know that that one is longer, don't worry. Okay, because we are going to be, ooh, is that one on the front bigger? Yeah. We are going to be folding it back in on itself in a moment. So we're going to open it up, open it back up, and now I know I can fold that one back in on itself like that, and this one back in on itself like that. And I'm actually going to cut off the excess little tuck spot we had here so that we can get that in there. So if I go back again now, we have our first shirt fold. Now you can leave that alone if you want to, or you can put a notch in it, a curved notch in it, because that side is your front. So you can leave it if you want, put a notch in it, but I decided that I wanted another shirt collar. And the reason why it's not quite centered mine is because I had a piece of this and I kind of, well, really left that too long. I should have made it match in the middle, which we can do now. So that's my shirt collar there. So now I know that this, I'm going to measure it on my board to show you. That is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So half of 4 will be 2. So I'm going to measure and mark my 2 line. Okay. So halfway. I'm going to try and hold my first or back shirt collar together, and I'm just going to cut, not all the way because I don't want it the same size. I want it slightly bigger, so I'm only going to cut to about here, and then I'm going to fold them back on themselves. So this time I'm going to cut to about there. Okay, open it back up, and fold them back down on themselves again, but this time I want them bigger, so I'm going to leave them like that. Okay, and then this one, so I want them bigger, so I'm going to like that. Yep. And when I look at mine over here, yep, you can see that, just like you can see here, a bit of the peach background paper, that you can see the same here. Okay, so you just fold it back on itself. I'm going to make sure that they are level, and they're not quite level. I'm going to do them like that and like that. There we go. Press it down with the bone folder. There we go. Press these down with the bone folder, and now it should all come together there. So that is our pocket. So now I just need to glue the shirt collar edges down. You can cut them off, by all means cut them off, but I find that they will be more sturdy if you glue them, especially because something's going to be going in and out of the pocket. It just helps, and my glue's not working, it just helps for them to, let's try this one. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, to be a bit more sturdy. So that one, oh gosh, this glue is coming out rather quickly. And this one, and this one. There we go. So that glues down. Make sure it's level again. That one glues down. I'll get my cloth. I can see a little bit of glue wanting to come out of there. There we go. And then that one, that one like that. And that one as well. There we go. So that is basically your pocket done. Okay. Right, now I'm just thinking about how I made sure that it was glued together. So I'm just looking to see what I did. I'm just looking, so it was only glued down the bottom. Yep, so it was literally, I just glued it down the bottom here. I think I'm going to glue it now, or shall I ink? Let's ink first. Okay, so let's ink all the way. I like inking, you know what I'm like. I like doing my inking. I'm even going to open the fold and do the edge of the fold with my tea stain ink. I can see a little bit of white on the paper here, so I'm just going to try and cover that up as well. Right, oh, I need the shirt collars done. And shirt collars are done on both sides of this one, because this is the one that you can see each side of. There and there. So let me have a look now. There, And now we need to go across the tops and down the sides. Down the sides. That's the back, so I want to do the front as well. The centre bit could be your front if you wanted to. I just chose it as my back. But my inking is a little bit tricky because I've got so many folds where I made the mistake earlier. But hey, the mistake has been corrected and all is good. So now I need to glue the bottom. I know that my measurement is 4. So the tag that I make, I know that it's going to need to be 4 wide, or just less than 4 inches wide to it to have a nice... I don't know if I want to use this glue because it's coming out rather quickly. Let me just use this one. Let me use my precision one. Okay, that one. Right, and this gives me a finer glue line. So I'm going to glue this one down. Okay, I need the bottom. So this one is going to go across there. And then I need some glue on this one. To bring it across there. Okay, there. So there's only a tiny bit of bead of glue at the bottom. And now I'm just going to glue the top part. Can you see where the shirt there? Okay, so we just want to little tiny bit of glue there just to hold it, because we want that pocket. So you might be tempted to glue all the way down. Don't. You just want a bit of glue at the top here to hold that bit there, just where I'm going to put the glue underneath. So you want them in the same place. So let's do this first. So the bottom needs a bead of glue and the top needs a bead of glue. So I'm going to fold that over and press, because we want that to be a tuck spot. So there we go. And now I want that same bead of glue again. Just follow the line of where it is. I just want a bead of glue there. Just so that it holds down. I'll take a sip of my tea a minute. There. And there basically is your shirt pocket. Now I'm going to decorate mine a bit. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to put, I think, I've got some bits and pieces out here already. I'm going to put this is velvet. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to put some of this velvet trim over the top of my tuck there. So I'm going to snip it off there. Come back, scissors. There we go. And I'm going to hope my bead glue will do it. I'm actually going to glue the back of the flowers rather than the... Right, let's put a bead of glue down here and hope that the flowers will stick. Let's put some extra bit, right. Fiddly fiddly, but worth it. Oh, so let's put that there. and let them dry a minute. Okay, so I'm going to put that on there. Now, if I show you my original one, on the front I chose a lovely image from RachandBella. I think that's Billet Doux. It's either Billet Doux or Whispers of the Manor, my two favourites, along with Truly Blue. I really love that kit. Now, I'm not going to do a flip over today. I think I'm just going to do the image with some die cut trim, but instead of a die cut trim, what I've done is I've used my border punch again to go down the edge. So whichever image I'm choosing, and it's for my envelope journal, this one. So I have got some envelopes here that I've cut out, some of Rachel's spring blooms. I'm going to choose, oh, look at her, but I think I want that one. I think I'm going to choose her to go on the front, and I also had some lace down here as well. So let me see what we can do in a minute. I want to put her there. I wonder if I should use, that would be good if I was able to stick her on and cut her out like that. Right, okay, so let's ink her. Ink her up a bit around the edges and glue her down. Okay. Oops. I don't know if you have seen my design team video that has gone up, or if this one goes out first, it will be the next one up. My tied and wide video for RachandBella Crafts design team. Let me put that there and that there. Lovely. Okay, now I'm going to trim her off. I think I might use my trimmer so that I don't make any errors with this one. So I'm going to trim a bit more, trim there, and then trim. Do I want to make her open? No, I don't. I just want to, oops, have her like so. There we go. So she is done. So she will, make sure that's not moved. She will go on there. Oh my goodness, she's so beautiful. Do I want her there? No, today I'm going to have her just there. But it does mean I can play around with some bits and pieces. So let's have a look at what we have got. Have I got any paper, Rachel's collage papers? Let's have a look. I have got some Show Me Some Style paper, which that might go. Or I've got some more spring paper. Or oh yes, what about one of her tags? Maybe as part of it. Maybe what would it be like if I did that and did have it coming out and short and made the tag slightly smaller? Oh, I like that. Right, let's make this tag then. Let's make this tag. So if I have that like that, I want this tag to be, I think I want it to be coming out to about here, just over, I could just there. So let me trim that a minute and then we'll decide on the the top part, how to make that work. Let me just, so that's going to go there. Okay, so that I think I will have it like that. And then now to make the actual tag part. So if I go there, so let me just cut off, let me fold this as best I can so that I can just cut off. Ooh. No, I don't want to do that. Let me put my trimmer away. Do you see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to, where's my scissors? I'm trying to make the top of the tag. So now I'm going to redo the edges. I've got old credit cards, snip the corners at different sizes, and that will give you whatever kind of tag you would like, corner you would like. So I'm going to use this one, that one goes there, boom, that corner, so I turn it over, matchy up again, and there we go, and trim off that one as well. There we go, put that one away. I am going to ink it, but I just want to double check the length. That's going to go there. Oh, lovely. I do like that, but it needs a bit of colour around it. So let's mount it onto some of this. Yes, that might work. What else have I got? Oh, what about this one? Would that be a waste of a tag? If it was a tag on a tag? Let me see. I do quite like a bit of that colour showing, but I don't want to waste the whole tag. It would work with that. Let me just see if there's another piece. That's lighter again, slightly lighter. Let's have a look. See? Too light. I do think it needs to be darker. So let's have a look. What have we got? What has Rachel got? I think I am going to use that tag, you know. Oh, no, I do have some of her envelope toppers here. What about one of these, seeing as it's for my envelope journal? Don't throw that bit away, Marie. What about one of these, seeing as it's for my envelope journal? That, then that, or that, then that, then that. Nope, that's lost. The tag is lost. So what about that? Then that, then that. Nope, don't like that either. I'm just going to back it. What about the blue one? So that, bring it down a bit there, then that, then that. Or about the layering? Nope, I'm going to back the tag and leave it at that. So at least we did a bit of auditioning. Where's that lighter paper? Here we go. Right. Is that going to be enough? Or do I really want to? I'm still wondering about it. I'm wondering if I need something like this. Some piano roll behind it. I'm wondering if it needs this colour behind it. Yeah, see? Right, let's do the piano roll. So I'm just going to glue it down. Right, yep, that's what I'm going to do. So ink first. Still might use some of that in a minute. It's all about the layering. Let's ink first, define the shape of the tag a bit. This is the thinking bit, isn't it? Thinking about how you want the final part to look. So I'm going to move things out of the way because I'm bound to get glue stuck to something I don't want it stuck to, especially because of the holes. And I'm going to glue that and then cut it out. Yep, defo, that's what we want. So a bit of my stick glue first, I think. Go around the middle of that, which is what I tend to do. Get the stick glue into the middle and then wet glue. Ooh, I should have cut my piano roll down because it's rolling on me. You know, I got lots of these piano rolls from a local auction for, well, pennies. It worked out at, because I think I got about 18 rolls of vintage piano paper and they are all in their original boxes. Isn't that cool? I was obviously at the right place at the right time. Now I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to turn it over because the piano roll paper, as we know, has got holes, so I don't want the glue onto my mat. So there, bit of scrappy. Okay, how are we? Yes, that's better. Now I've got to try and cut it without... Ooh, what's happened? My light is falling over on me. Let me just... Ooh. Is that going to stay? Maybe not. Maybe. Let's put that on there. Sorry, guys. My light was falling over. Falling on me. Right, let's get this cut out. Marie, cut straight. Oh, dearie me. Because it's rolling. Gosh, it's hopeless. Let me just... Right, let's get rid of that bit. What's it like here? I'm going to have to get my trimmer. Here's me wanting it to be, or to have a bit of an outline, and I'm gone and trimmed most of it away. Let me just try and make that a bit straighter. Luckily, it's the side that the image is going to cover, but even so. Okay, want that inked a little bit as well. It will, when it's wet, it feels quite flimsy still, but when it's dry, it will dry hardy. It will dry hardy. Right, what have we got now? So let me just get these out of the way. Right, so that I think is going there. And then I think she is going there. Oh, I do love that. Look at how nice that's looking now, just because we mounted it on something slightly darker. Now, do I want anything else under there? Do I want a bit of something? Do I want a little bit of that? Tiny slither. What have we got? Do I want a slither of blue? Do I want a slither of book page? What about script? Because she's writing, isn't she? Now, I've just spotted something. I've just spotted something. Look at this. What about some of the script just there? Because she, oh yes. Yes, because she is writing. Ruler. little ruler. Let's tear some of this off. Okay, I want to keep her for something, so let's see if I can tear this at least slightly straight. There we go. Right, still got her for something. And now we've got this scripty piece. Let's do it slightly below the tag, and then we've got this bit to go on. Oh gosh, that is so pretty. So pretty. Yep, inking and put that on. Right, it's coming together. What time are we on? 40 minutes. Goodness me. I think I'll just do the front and then kind of show you what my thoughts are for the back. You're probably getting bored sick of me. I might as well ink her while I'm here. Okay, and I did want to put a little bit of lace on her as well, but I am going to glue this down a minute because we have decided on that, so no more faffing around. I think my glue might be running out on this one. This is brilliant, this is. I love this one. Really helps you get precision lines when you need them. Might just put a bit more of the, let's just put a bit more, yeah, it's better. A bit more of the quick running glue. Right, so I know that I want to put that there. So I'm going to go about there. Okay, like so. It's a bit bumpy because that'll be really stuck now. That'll be lovely. Oh yes. Oh, what's happened? Do I need my light on or not? Don't know if I need my light on. Why was that not show? It's a bit bright, isn't it? Let me see if I can turn the brightness down on the computer a minute. Oh my goodness me. Why is it so bright? Let me try and turn them off. See what happens. Is that a bit better? That was a bit bright. Let me see. Oh yes, there we are. Look. That's better. Okie dokie. So that one. Sorry if it's too bright at the beginning of the video then. I was going to have that there, wasn't I? And then that was going to go there. So let's have a bit more of the script showing just there, like that. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Right. So definitely about there. And then that is going to go there. Super. Okie dokies. Now, I do want to put some lacy on it. It wouldn't be me, would it, without a bit of lace somewhere or t'other. So I'm going to put that there. Now, where to put the lacy bit? Okay. Right, I also got my little bits here. Let's put this in. Oops, look, I'm getting myself into a right kerfuffle. I am. Let's put my glue where I need it easily. There. Right, I do have some bits and pieces. This is like a bit of the gauzy, meshy stuff. I'm wondering if we need it up here today because there's a bit of space up there, isn't there? A bit of a gap for something. And then some lace. Then a bit of lacy. And then we have, what have I got? Oh yeah, I've got a flower. No, I feel like it would need a bigger flower if it was going to go up there. I also have, I have a frame. What do we think? That's a bit different, isn't it? What do we think? Yes or no? How bulky would it be in my journal? I'll have a think. But I do think it needs something up here. What have I got? Oh, a heart. Oh, lovely. Let me do a bit of that a minute. And I've also got some buttons and things. Right, well, I'm definitely going to get a piece of this gauzy stuff and cut that down. Okay, and fold that up a bit. That's going to go there. And a bit of the lace, which is that way round. So, yep, a bit of lace. Let's see if I can rip the... Oh, okay, I'll tear the lace. Where did that gauze go? Here. So I think that, then some lace. Let me just check which side the lace is meant to go. This side. And that's going to go on there. And do we want the heart to go there with it? Oh, how lovely. How lovely. And then maybe a button or two and a bow. What have I got button-wise here? I've got... Oh, is that too red? A bit too red, isn't it? I've got a pink one somewhere, I think. Or a white one. Or a cream one, rather. Oh, lush. Right, let me glue this down a minute. I think I'm going to need collal to do that. So let me get my collal. Collal, I find, is good for gluing down lace and things. And that tip came from Jez at my Jez Create. She told me about collal. I think it was at one of the retreats. Oh, now this is coming out. Stop. Oh, goodness me. Okay, let's put that under there then, that bit. So now I need to fold the gauze up again, gather it up a little bit, and the little bit of lace. Let's go that way. There. And then that one. Put it on. And then the heart. Get it all stuck down. Get it all stuck down. Move it to where I want it a bit. Like that, I think. I'm just going to hold that for a minute or two. No, yeah, needs a holding. I'm just going to hold it while I look for a bun. Nope. That's too something. I don't know what, too something. I'm just wondering if I do need my flower now. And it can be put there. What do you think? I do quite like it. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Is that going to stick? Still need a bit of holding. Let's put something on it. Stick glue, not heavy enough. Scissors. Right, just keep it there, please. Right, there was some collal left on here. Let me just see how much. Ooh, only a bit. Let's open it up again. There we go, and close it again quick. Okay, so I want my flower to actually touch the heart a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to just hold it. Just hold them both for a minute or two. And then I think I will stop. Oh, I might just put the lace down the bottom a minute if I show you what I was going to do. Is that going to dry? Maybe I do need to hold these a bit longer. So I was going to put a bit of lace down the bottom here, just like the original one. See here? So let's have a little think about that a minute. So I have some bits and pieces here. Do I gather some of that up? Or maybe maybe a bit of that might be too white. I'm looking in my lace. Let me show you my little lace tub. There we go. There we go. Let's have a look. See here. We have got we have got a little bit of crochet trim, which would work. That's quite nice. I feel like it needs something else as well. What about too purple? Oops. Move that one out of the way. I'm just trying. I'm thinking about picking up some of the pink. So what about that's upside? That's the wrong way around. What about that one? Don't know. Don't know. What else have I got in here? I have got a bit of. What about a bow? What about us doing like a little pink bow? Why is that not sticking? That's annoying me now. I think I'm going to do that, you know. Let's do a pink bow. And let me just check that I haven't got anything in here that I don't think will. That just want to make sure that I haven't got anything that might work. For a bit of lacy something. Oh, see, you have to dig around. Gosh, look, that bit would be lovely. I think that's the same bit as. Oh, sorry. I think that's the same bit as I used underneath. Yeah, it is. Look at that. Okay, so I'm just going to chop off. Oh, here. I'm just wondering why that's not. Oh, it is sticking. Goody, goody. Goody, goody. Right, let's cut a bit of this off. Can I tear it? Oh, yeah, good. And what about if we just had a little bit of that? Oh yes, love. Kalal, have you got enough that you spilled out there? Have you got enough for me? You got enough? Bit more there, please. Just stick it all down with. Here we go. It's coming. There we are. I don't want too much. Just enough. Quickly seal it. Okay. And let's see if we can get this bit stuck down. Oh, lush. Look at that. I'd like it a little bit more scrunchy if I can. Scrunchy, if I can. There you go. Scrunchy. Okay. Oh, look at just, yep, they are sticking. And there we go. Oh, that's the front. So on the back, if I just turn it over, I've done my tuck. So I would be thinking of putting something in this pocket, like her. Look at her. Look how sweet she is. Like there. And then something else in this pocket, maybe one of the envelopes that Rachel has. So something like this one that you fold into like a coin envelope. This one is too big. It's not too big for this side, I don't think, though. Oh, look, that I just need to trim that down a little bit. Maybe not the brown one, maybe the blue one. Need to back it. Oh, that would work. So I could put that on, make that into an envelope easily. So I could put that in there. And then I also then could trim that down a little bit so that she stays in there. I'd need to sort of trim it down and have her in there, or have both, two in there, and then have the little coiny envelope in there. And for the actual tag to go inside, I've got this from my stash. So I'm thinking that I will make that into a tag and put it into my shirt collar floating pocket. So, yep, thanks for sticking with me after all the issues we've had today. But I hope you've enjoyed it. Any questions, please ask. I'm happy to answer anything. And I shall see you again soon. Bye.